Bishop Michael Burbidge of Arlington, Virginia, has been elected as the new pro-life chair for the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops. His Excellency has been an outspoken advocate for life and has not shied away from weighing in to clarify church teaching on topics in moments of contention. He has served the Diocese of Arlington since 2016 and is also an experienced educator, having earned a doctorate in education from Immaculata College. Bishop Michael Burbidge joins us now. Your Excellency, congratulations on this appointment and thank you for joining us today. Could you please tell us about a couple of your main priorities as you step into this role?
Well, thank you, Prudence. Great to be with you and all of your viewers and listeners. Yes, so my role as the new pro-life chair is basically continue the great work of the conference on the issue of life. And of course, that involves prayer and advocacy and witnessing and education. And we're so blessed at the Conference of Bishops to have a great team on the pro-life level to assist in all these ministries, initiatives, endeavors. So we know that while we celebrate the decision of Roe versus Wade being overturned, we are also well aware that our work is just beginning. And so prayer, witness, advocacy, education, and at the heart of that, I would say the priority is to transform hearts, to embrace the gospel of life, the sacredness of life, the protection of life.
Right. What an important mission. And Bishop Burbidge, one of the biggest struggles many pro-life Catholics are facing right now is the fact that our president claims to profess our faith, yet he continues to act against it, especially on the issue of abortion. So what's your response to Catholics who believe now, for one reason or another, that they can continue living according to church teaching, yet also support abortion?
Well, I share in that grave disappointment of the decision and the actions of an elected official in such a high office not defending the sacredness of life. And but it is a reminder to all of us as followers of Christ that the gospel of life is a mandate. It's a mandate. The Lord reminds us that we are all created in the image and likeness, uniquely created, wonderfully made in the image and likeness of God, whose very, very spirit dwells within us. And so life must be revered and protected and cherished and defended from the moment of conception until natural death. That's what it means to be a follower of Christ, and to certainly for all of us who embrace the Catholic faith, we have the urgency to defend that within our nation, where we are seeing so much rejection of the gospel of life. And that is for every person, and certainly the higher responsibility for those who have such a powerful platform. Right. So it's gravely disappointed when we do not see that platform used to protect the innocent, to protect the unborn.
And on that note, Bishop, more politicians in general have been outspoken about their pro-abortion stance, including many others besides President Biden who are Catholic. So more specifically, what's your message to lawmakers who in their day-to-day life advocate for the death of these innocent children and still continue to present themselves for communion?
Well, you have to do everything possible to enlighten them to see what is obvious, that is a grave concern, that one cannot separate what one knows and believes to be true from political activity. So that requires a lot on the work of all of us, but in a special way, bishops who will continue to meet with elected officials and to have those discussions. And sometimes those discussions are very direct, and to continue to raise to them that level of consciousness of the responsibility they have, and the fact that they're ultimately accountable to God. And so again, through discussion, through prayer, through perseverance, we have to never give up, never tire of trying to transform those hearts. And yes. I know that my brother bishops and I are constantly at work doing that sometimes in visible ways, sometimes in public ways, and many times behind the scenes.
Right, and we appreciate your leadership on that so much. And we have time for one more question. I wanted to ask, President Biden signed into law this week a bill that codified the recognition of same-sex unions in the law, labeling them marriages. He also said that this nation was founded on, quote, sacred and secular principles. And you said in a statement that despite this law being called the Respect for Marriage Act, it shows grave disrespect for the institution of marriage, as natural law teaches. Could you just elaborate a bit on that before we let you go?
Well, sure. We're one nation under God, and that's where we find our freedom. That's where we find our peace in doing the ways of God. And how blessed are we as Catholic faithful to always be able to speak the truth. And we know what the truth is. We know what the truth is. From the beginning, God created marriage as a sacred union of one man and one woman, a union that's faithful, a union that's forever. Why? Because it reflects the union of Christ's love for his bride, the church. So marriage is such a powerful witness to the love of Christ for his church, for his people. And how blessed are we to be able to uphold that truth. And maybe this is just an opportunity to thank all the faithful married couples there for the way you're living daily. Your beautiful vocation. You're a gift to the church. And even more importantly, you're a gift to a nation that needs your witness and example. So please live that beautiful vocation God has given to you. And we will continue to call for all people to respect it in the true and genuine meaning of that term.
Amen. Thank you for setting the record straight on that and for joining us today. Bishop Michael Burbidge, Chairman of the U.S. Bishops Pro-Life Committee. We're praying for you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.